Hello, welcome. Welcome to our little theater. ADHD Theater. How's it going? We are Francis and Zombie. And what are you doing?
He's Dustin, and I'm busy as a mofo. What's up?
What are you doing here?
I have no idea what I'm doing. Not even gonna lie. I don't know what I'm doing, not even a little bit.
Oh, goodness.
Fake it till you make it, people.
Yeah, just show up.
What kind of name is Francis?
I don't know.
How we doing tonight, man?
It's
just the two of us.
Yeah, yeah, no Derek tonight, but he had an emergency come up, so yeah.
Godspeed, man.
Shall plug on. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I want to know was D War that bad that he didn't want to come because he was the only one that hadn't seen it.
Sorry.
He just didn't have the heart to be like, dude, that movie sucked. I have no idea. But yeah,
if that is the case, then we found the one thing that scares Dairy Cares. D Wars, baby.
Yeah.
So how has your week been?
It's been fairly uneventful. I did get a few things in the mail.
Yes, please share what's in the box.
So I got this envelope.
I'm curious about this because I saw this post and I'm going, wait a minute, I didn't send you that.
Right. And it's from where's the camera? BT Toys. So
BT Toys. So
yeah,
who is
it was
BT Toys.
It was Big Booby Toys. She has an Instagram and
wait a minute. Is this safe to show?
We are live. Yeah, Booby Trap Toys.
We're not gonna have to edit this out later, are we?
No.
Okay.
Goodness, I wouldn't. You know me, I'm too lazy. I wouldn't do it anyway. So she sent me a thing, and all I did was it was one of those silly things that's like, hey, enter to win, a Valentine's Day card for me.
Oh.
And it's just like, all right. So all you had to do was share the post, and that was that. Well, anyway, it arrives, and so she just sent me some cool little merch. This is a magnet. Try not to set that on my computer. And just some stickers.
Oh.
And it just said, hey, thanks for following. And
hang on.
Actually, a couple different foily ones.
Let me make it grow here. No, we got to come up with something.
Make my monster grow. That's probably not the right.
No, full screen mode.
Connotation. And then just a little.
What the heck?
It's this little ray thing that is. I think I don't know what is this.
World's smallest or something.
Like a Shopkins thing, maybe, or something.
Oh yeah, like the Wish 5 thing or whatever it is.
And then she sent these really cool cards. They're not like X-rated or anything.
You almost sound disappointed.
No, but I mean, it's just so that's probably the most raciest one. And it says, wait, what that one says?
She's covered.
Most impressive, and they're all signed. And then, so this one's like, this is the way to my heart, and just a Valentine's Day. And
Yeah.
yeah, another. This is the way to my heart. I find you most impressive.
Oh,
Yeah, just a little, and they're all signed like, hey, love booby trap toys, and so I just thought that was really nice, very cool. Yeah,
you should have sent her the link to, and say, hey, I'm gonna publicly thank you for the Valentines.
yeah. Oh, that's not where those go. Those go in here. But yeah, move me.
Well, that's not all you got. That's not all you got.
Oh yeah, I know, but I don't like to be on the
here.
screen that long.
Oh, you big baby.
Don't want my ugly mug up there too long. Scare everyone away.
We've had worse on the show.
Okay, so
see that they're gonna go. Wait! What? You mean me? I mean, if you think it's you, then yes, it's you. I'm not saying it's but
we're not saying it's anyone in particular. But if the shoe fits, go ahead. If you want to put it on, lace it up, whatever.
If you think it's you, it could be you.
Okay, so now here's the box you sent me.
See, now we have to put your full screen mode again. So I told him not to open this.
Yeah, I was like, hey, do you want me to open this, or
it's
like,
not?
No, wait till Friday, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Again, nothing X-rated, so totally safe. Don't get your hopes up, people.
Oh,
so crack her open.
All right, first thing, some paper. Ooh. Oh yeah, the demon Etrigan.
There's your demon.
Yeah, I love this guy.
Zombie may not be fast, but he always follows through. I said I'd send it to you, and there you go.
Yeah. Oh, Grand Moff Tarkin.
I could not, for the life of me, remember if you had this one yet.
I don't.
Okay, good.
This was one of the ones from the wave I didn't get, because I got C-3PO, Emperor Palpatine, but I didn't get him.
Well, I think that was the wave after that one.
Oh, well, however it worked.
One of those came before, because this wave also had
Chewbacca. Oh yeah, and this is the one we talked about too. Like,
yep, this is going to be
the definitive version of Chewbacca
until a better one comes out.
Yeah, dude, and I saw someone posted. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. There's something else in here.
Black Chrysanthemum. That post you're talking about. We'll get to that in a bit.
Oh boy.
All right, turn it around for the rest of us. There we go.
Boba Fett model kit. That is awesome, dude.
I know Boba's your boy, so
yeah. he's only surround. I was longingly looking at him like, oh, so cool.
So this is the Bandai model kit. Once you put this together, it will be an action figure, basically. So.
Oh wow, really? No glue.
Yep.
Here's a picture.
This is one of those premium model kits that gets pretty high reviews. So.
Look at that. Oh, dude, I dig it. I can't wait.
I couldn't help myself. I saw it, and I'm like, yep, that's got Dustin written all over it.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Oh.
It's kind of cool. First time doing that live.
Mom chimed in.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, yeah. So, I lost my train of thought. What was I doing?
Anything
Right.
else?
So, no, nothing else. No, but I was gonna mention that you mentioned a better Chewbacca, and I was thinking, gosh, he's so gorgeous. No, I was thinking
I'll be
about.
looking forward to your Instagram posts and reels whenever you crack those things open. So.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. I really dig it. So that was the first time we ever opened that live stream on camera. So
Yeah,
normally we FaceTime each other to exchange our gifts and stuff like that back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the first time.
Small box this time. Usually
Yeah.
it's a little bit bigger, but times are what they are. So
yes, indeed they are. Yeah, and I did send you a box of goodies.
You did.
All your goodies.
Yeah, before that, I did get these two for myself as well. So
nice.
It's kind of my fault that I started you on the Black Series path. You know, I got you a couple at first, and then you like dove in head first.
Well, yeah, I think you got me a Boba Fett, and then like a month later you got me Jango Fett.
Yeah,
and then I was just like,
and this was back during the time when Jango was not so easily found.
Right.
It had been months prior to me actually getting one, was offered through GameStop as a gaming greats, I think. But I had missed that pre-order. And GameStop has this thing where if you pre-order something and you don't pick it up after a certain amount of time, it kind of goes into default. So they can hold it for you longer if you have a good reputation and friendship with people that work there or whatever. Yeah. But apparently this guy was kind of a D-bag, so they were like, yeah, screw him, you want it, it's yours. So his loss was your gain. And I was so happy. I don't think I left that one as a surprise. I think as soon as I picked it up, I was in the car. I shot a picture and sent it to you. I'm like, guess what you're getting? So I did pick those up for myself. But like I said, you sent me a box too. And boy, howdy, is it a cool one. So let's see. Can I do this to myself? Yes, I can. Hey, check that out. I'm learning stuff. You sent me some Poxus goodies. Oh, it's upside down, dummy. Yeah. So this is the weapons pack.
Yeah.
And I am more excited. Hey, check that out. I am more excited about this than I think I am some of the figures in the line. Right. And it's, I don't know. It's so stupid because it's just accessories and stuff to some people. But no, like this type of stuff. Yeah. The things that, this type of stuff are the things that you can add to even older figures like these behind me to bring new life into these older figures. You know, you can add them to the new ones too. They fit in theme with the new figures as they were designed. But just some of those little added little touches, like, I mean, there's like this little book. The book doesn't open, and it's got a chain and kind of this hook thing on the backside of it. That can be removed. Like, you can take the chain and stuff off. There's a little peg. You pop that out. But there's like little potion bottles. There's, look, where is he? There's a bird skull. Look at that. Awesome. It's so cool. Something so little, something so stupid, and I'm so excited about it.
Heck yeah, man.
But yeah, that's really cool. And that was not a pleasant sound. I am so sorry. But then you sent me this big chunk of plastic, which I'm going to put to good use. This one's not staying stock, is all I'm saying. Didn't have a chance to open him. And then you sent me also, which, good Lord, I'm going to have to back up. the main man himself pox this from this way.
Heck yeah.
I've got to do something about space. I've got to get these things open.
Yeah, I know. I feel the same way.
Bugging the crap out of me that I don't tear them open right away because I don't even know where to put them yet. I got to do something about this behind me.
Yeah.
So the last thing, and I modified this right before the show. So this is Thrace Wraithhaler. She don't come like this out of the box. She has armored arms and thighs, but I swapped them for another figure from a different wave, and I really like this.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
I dig it.
So, yeah.
Definitely a heartthrob.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
I really, really am enjoying that.
Yeah.
That might be it for me. I can't think of anything else. I don't think I picked up anything else. Nothing else came. I know I didn't go to no stores.
Yeah, I hear that.
I did get a few customs finished. This guy's
There you
been
go.
sitting on the desk for a little while.
Ooh,
So
that's cool.
So yeah, he'll be going out soon. That was a commission. And the other stuff I boxed up because I already sold it and everything.
Yeah.
So go to my Instagram if you want to see some of that stuff. It's zombie the number 13.customs on Instagram. It's not down here because I'm trying to be funny. So,
Succeeded, sir.
are we watching anything new? I know you asked me a question about something earlier today, and I actually knew what it was, even though I hadn't seen it. Did you go watch it?
Nah, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
The show that Derry told us about last week.
Oh, yeah. No,
Kamui or something like that. However it's pronounced. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have not gone to check that out yet. But I saw a reel. Yeah, I think it was a reel on Instagram, and I shared it with you and my brother-in-law Lewis, and I was just like, dude, what is this? It looks violent and right up my alley. And then he said, oh yeah, I think it's this thing, and then you also said, oh yeah, I think it's that thing that Derek mentioned before. So it's just like, oh yeah, okay. It's probably, I haven't checked it out yet though.
There's another one that kind of fits in that vein, I think, and it's Onimusha. I think I don't remember what platform it came on or whatever, but that I wanted to see that one and I forgot about it until you sent me that reel, and I'm like, oh yeah, there was that other thing I wanted to watch. So I've got a couple of things to look up, but the other one, Ninja Kamui, whatever it is, I don't know. It's on Max. It's streaming on Max. I'm probably personally going to wait for a few more episodes to come out before I watch it, because I got a feeling it's going to be one of those that you watch the first episode. I think there's 2 episodes out now. You watch them and you're going to be going, I want more. And you're going to have to wait for it.
Yep. I feel that way about Halo. I'm wishing that I hadn't started that when I did. I thought it had already fully come out. The second season had fully come out, or maybe like 1 or 2 episodes away. But no, I watched them all, and it's just like, now I have to wait a whole week, especially after this week's episode. It was like
so spoiled, aren't we?
and I don't know. Have you seen Bad Batch?
I have not. We actually canceled the Disney Plus, and we didn't really think about it. So we'll have to wait to see that one.
Yeah. Well, I
that
managed
one
to
though.
just
That
watch
one's.
the.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I managed to watch those 3 episodes today. Today
Okay,
was the
so it was a 3-episode premiere.
yeah.
Okay, I had heard they were going to do that, but I wasn't sure if it
Yeah.
was, rumor or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so but normally that's released one episode a week.
Yeah, 1 episode a week, and it's
And
rough at 1 episode a week.
do we know how many episodes? Because this is the final season.
Yeah, I want to say there was 8, maybe.
So they're keeping it at 8.
Yeah.
Okay, because I think the other season was 8, wasn't it?
I think. How many?
I can't remember. But that sounds really familiar. But yeah, I enjoy watching that with my girls, and they don't remember anything, so they remember a little bit of some.
Okay, 15 episodes. It will. The last episode will be on May 1st, so it's running from now until May 1st. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna end that before Star Wars Day.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
Anything new coming down the pipeline, maybe that you've heard that they might release around that time? No?
Actually, I did hear a rumor that Acolyte it, is a series that's been, talked about for a while now, but it's apparently rumored to have like a June, a late June, early July premiere. I have a couple spoiler images that I found from somewhere, and I don't know if it's legitimate or if they're really just, if it's legitimately they're spoiled or,
It was leaked.
fake. Yeah.
Or fake.
Yeah. So it's just like either way, it looks freaking cool. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't really like digging too much into stuff because then it's almost you build it up in your head what you want it to be.
Yeah.
And then when it comes out and it's not that, you kind of set yourself up for disappointment. So whenever stuff kind of, might, if something says, oh, new leaked information or images or whatever, I kind of shy away from it because I'm like, I don't want to know. Like,
yeah,
I want to watch it and be in the moment for it.
Exactly. I'm the same way, and that's why I shy away from spoilers and such so often. But it's just like these. I just was scrolling through Instagram, and they were right there, and it's just like, wait, what? Wait, what is this? And then I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then it said, yeah.
I'm probably bad about the spoiler thing, so I don't mean to. Sorry. No, but yeah, I've let's see. I haven't watched this week's episode of Halo yet. I got through the first season of Spartacus. I'm probably halfway through the second season.
Did you start with Blood and Sand or?
Yeah, like from the beginning, episode 1, season 1.
Okay.
It's on Tubi.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, or if you want to see it again, it's free on Tubi right now. Stuff don't stay on Tubi forever, so I mean it's perfect for me because it's not like super long. Each episode is roughly 53 minutes or whatever, and there are commercials involved with it on Tubi, but I can start it and I'm right here at my desk. I've always got plenty to do, so I'm working on stuff, I'm painting stuff, I'm making pop and swaps like the Thrace figure or whatever, working on commissions. I can have it on, something catches my eye or whatever, I can look up, oh yeah, that's cool, whatever, and then I keep working. Set it and forget it,
Yeah.
So
And commercials gives you this opportunity to refocus back on the work too.
Right. Sometimes commercial breaks on Tubi are not very long. It's not
Right.
like, network television. Sometimes they're 30 seconds and the show's back on. Sometimes it's a minute. Sometimes it might be 2 minutes. It's one of those longer breaks. But they're not, it's not like one of those situations where cable TV, you've sat down, you're watching something, and then, a commercial break comes on, and another commercial comes on, and another commercial comes on, and then you're going, what am I watching again? I forgot what I sat down to watch. What was I watching? And then the show comes back on, and you're like, oh, right.
That's what I was watching.
Or is it just me? Am I the only one?
No, it happens.
Okay.
It happens to the best of us.
Making sure.
Even on good days. But that's also why I don't really like to watch TV when it's live.
Yeah, no, we cut the cable TV streams years ago. We went full streaming.
Yeah.
Which is
it's just as bad because now it's all the services combined. Add your powers combined, you're the price of cable. It's just like
it depends. You don't have to have all of that stuff. Really.
Yeah.
You don't. You don't have to. There's ways of seeing things that you want to see that you don't have to go that direction.
Yeah.
Not condoning any illegal practices. Just saying. Taking the Seinfeld route. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. That's funny. We're actually watching Seinfeld right now.
I've only seen 2 episodes.
April's never seen it, so we're watching that. On our lunch break, we have a little lunch break where we come down and sit and watch half-hour, maybe an hour show. It's mostly just half-hour show, but yeah,
it's good to take a break every now and then.
Yeah. Yep, that's the one thing we do, and so yeah, that's what we're watching right now. And as far as stuff on TV goes, there's a show that my mom's been telling me about. What is it?
Help him out. Is she still here?
Yeah, I know she's here.
What did you recommend?
she recommended what is this show? I can't find it right now because it's not on my watch list. It's on my watch list, but not on my watch list because I haven't started it yet. So anyway, like something you won't believe it or something like that. You can't believe it. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's get her back on the screen
here. We clicked it both at the same time.
Okay. You do it. We're fighting each other here. No, I'm going to do it. No, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, unbelievable. So
what's this about?
I have no idea.
I don't know. It's just something my mom said to watch.
Yeah, no, she said to watch it, and I suppose I have to trust her. she is my mom after all. But no, yeah, I mean, it's knowing it's something up her alley. It's usually cops investigating type thing, and unbelievable. Okay, so it says 3 years after a teenager is accused of lying about being raped, 2 female detectives from Colorado follow evidence of a similar case that could reveal the truth. So, it's a cop show. Sort of.
Well, you weren't wrong.
That's all I'm saying. I wasn't wrong. But, yeah.
Well, we know what your mom likes.
Well, she doesn't like the serial rapist story, but yes.
No. Oh, that's totally not what I meant. No. Let me back up. your mom likes the detective
Cop shows. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
she
what
likes
I
all that
meant.
stuff.
Let me be clear.
Yeah. Yeah, she just watched Fubar, the Arnold Schwarzenegger comedy.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But yeah, we finished that up. But yeah, that and what are the other shows I'm watching recently?
Oh, let me tell you about this anime. I saw it kind of pop up as an advertisement for something else, and I said, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Oh, and she says, in military stuff blowing up. All right, yeah, explosions. No, this anime. It's called I think it's called Solo Leveling, and in a nutshell, it's the story is these portals have started opening all over Japan, and when they opened, certain individuals got like stat skills, like they awakened as adventurers.
Okay.
Not everybody gets these special skills, so it's a very select few of the population, and they have to go into the portals, which leads to like other dimensions, and there's creatures, uh, sometimes other stuff in these portals, and they have to. There's like a boss in each portal. Each portal is classified by strength, and there's like S class is like top tier adventure, strongest you can ever be. You cannot change your stat. Whatever you awoke as, that's what you have. So you've got all the way from S rank down to E rank, and E being like
everybody
weakest, dead last, like your support is basically what you are. You know, you can carry the adventurer's gear or whatever. So there are guilds that you can join, and you can earn a living doing all of this. The goal is to go into the portals and defeat the boss of whatever the dungeon is in a certain amount of time. And if they fail, which you could very well die doing this, if you fail and the time limit expires for that portal, all of those creatures can come into our world. And wreak havoc. Yes. So it's turned into a very lucrative business. People have gotten rich from doing this, and all, there's corruption with it and all that kind of stuff. Well, the story follows one guy, and he is E rank, and he has been given the title weakest adventurer of all time forever or whatever, some ridiculous stupid freaking title or whatever. Like literally, like they treat him like dirt. Like you're the bottom of the barrel. Why do we need you? So something happens, and he's invited to join this one party, and he goes into this it's like a D rank or something, a D rank portal. And they're supposed to be gathering intel. It's a very light dungeon or whatever. And so they get all the way to the end of it, and there's this huge door. And they're like, okay, we've gone this far, what's beyond the door, should we go? It's pretty ornate, usually stuff like this in a dungeon like this, it's pretty basic. So they vote on it, and he becomes the swing vote, and he's desperate for money because his mom needs treatment. She's in the hospital. His sister's in some prestigious school or whatever. So his vote's, let's press on. Let's go. So they go in, and it's a complete massacre. Like everything that could go wrong goes wrong in this room. Jeez. There's like this S tier boss that, there's a riddle that they have to solve. And of course, nobody can solve it but him. All this kind of stuff is going on, and they're still bad mouthing him, and he's trying to save everybody's life, So they make it through, and they end up having to leave him behind because of the stipulations of the room. And he's just like, yeah, whatever, I'm not going to make it. Y'all just get out, you go, you know. And then something happens and he tells them, wait, don't go, you know, because something else changes, and they don't listen and they abandon him anyway. And like in his last pleading moments of life, he says, you know, I wish I could do it all over again. I would do it differently. And then something happens, something changes for him. Like this, like a video screen thing pops up, and it's like something unlocks some ability or something or whatever. And he wakes up and he's in the hospital. Like when and that was another thing was, you know, every time he goes on one of these adventures, he's the one that ends up in the hospital. So he's got, you know, a massive pile of debt from hospital stays. During that dungeon, he like loses a leg and an arm or something or whatever. He wakes up and he's got his arm, he's got his leg back. So he's like, was that just a dream? You know, what's going on, you know? And then there's that window that keeps popping up. And he's like, what is that? You know, it's new to him.
Yeah.
Nobody else can see it. He and like, you know, people that come in and he's like, can you see that? Talking about. So it gives him a choice of there are personal goals for him to meet, like, you know, 100 sit-ups a day, 100 push-ups a day, 10-kilometer run each day or whatever. And then it says a penalty will be applied if failed to, you know, meet or whatever, something like that. And he's like, yeah, okay, whatever, you know. So he blows it off, you know, because nobody can see it. He's got nobody to ask about it. Nobody knows anything about it. There's a timer runs out, and he's instantly transported to one of these other dimensions, and there's like these big creatures chasing him and stuff. So, and there's a time limit again, you know, survive for this amount of time or whatever. And he does, and he makes it out, and he goes, okay, the penalty's real. I got to do this. So each day he does those things, and he finds that he gets stronger, like abnormally stronger, because there's other instructions, other things that he can do. And he finds that he is leveling himself up, even though his rank still remains E. And then later on, something happens. An adventure party fails to, you know, defeat the dungeon boss for a different portal. And by this time, he has been in an area by himself, defeated that boss all by himself. He's had this sword with him that's been worn down to a nub of a blade that's only got that much left of it or whatever, because it's all busted and cracked open. And he comes out, and like a military person like rushes up, and he's like, this area is quarantined, you know, you're not supposed to be here. And he sees the broken sword in his hand. He goes, oh, you're an adventurer, great, get over there and help him, because all the monsters started coming out of that one portal.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm exhausted, you know, I'm just an E rank. What are you even telling me to go do or whatever? And there's this like big rock golem thing or something, and this party is having trouble cracking its armor. So he's just kind of standing off behind a crowd that's gathered to watch this fight. And he's got that sword in his hand, and he's like, I guess I do have to do something, because they're not doing anything to this creature. So he takes the sword and just chucks it at it. And it cracks the armor, allowing the other people to, you know, beat the monster or whatever. And everybody's going, holy crap, who threw that? You know? So obviously he gets stronger, but he kind of keeps it to himself.
Yeah.
So it's got like, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes to it so far. And that happens in like, I don't know, the first 2 episodes or something like that. So it was really good. I'm going, man, I want more of this.
Yeah. That sounds like something I would like too. And
yeah, he like took off after he threw that broken sword. He's like, yeah, I think I need to leave.
And that was called Level Up?
Solo Leveling.
Oh, okay. Solo Leveling.
Yeah, yeah. Look it up. It's kind of right up my alley. I like anime like that.
Yeah.
There's a whole list of anime I can give you that it's like the fantasy trope type thing where it's dungeons and sorcery, and
Yeah.
some of it's pretty funny and some of it's kind of serious, and
Yeah.
but I like all of it. So.
Well, and that man, I've had this itch for My Hero Academia. Looks like this might fill that itch. Well, yeah. It's either that or going back to Dragon Ball Z, which they're not doing more stuff.
So I'll put that list of anime together for you, because it's I mean, like I said, it's right up my alley. It's got the knights and sorcery and monsters and all that kind of stuff in it. And but yeah, there's a few out there that I've enjoyed. I'll share them with you. But anyway, let's move on to the train wreck of D-War. No, I'm just kidding. I know you like this movie, Justin.
I didn't dislike it. I definitely didn't dislike it.
And let me start off by saying I want to see the events from 500 years ago. That's the movie I want to see. That's the Dragon Wars I want to see.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because the premise was, every 500 years, this good and evil dragon wake up, and there's this special person that has this power in them that comes into our world that they have to take this power from in order to turn into a real dragon. The good dragon succeeds, the world knows peace. The bad dragon succeeds, and it's all shot to hell. So, it was stopped 500 years ago prematurely. So it goes to modern time, to our modern age.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the story picks back up.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say? Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were looking off at a comment. I'm like, I don't see any new comments.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I chose to watch this back then in the day, probably not too long after the time it was released, because it had the opportunity to go to Blockbuster, and then we all know how Blockbuster went. And luckily, I backed up a copy of that movie. Happened to, and anyway, so to speak, it fell off the truck, and So anyway, so that's why I watched it today. I liked it so much because it was a completely different version of a dragon. Because I had seen, Lionheart or Dragonheart and Reign of Fire, and of course now we've seen Game of Thrones and stuff like that. So it's just like, I thought that was a very unique take on this slithering sea serpent like snake that can turn into a dragon, or eventually turns into a dragon, hopefully turns into a dragon. Right, I thought that was pretty cool. It was like a more traditional like what you would call maybe like Chinese or Korean lore of a dragon. So
right, an Asian dragon.
Yeah, which so it felt very much like that.
So they didn't start out looking like that. They
did not.
Basically looked like giant cobras.
Yeah, they certainly did.
Through most of the movie, that's what you get. It's the giant cobras.
And dude, it was tearing through the subway, or not the subway. It was tearing through the
city, the
subway,
city, the zoo, and wherever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the zoo. Yeah. That was crazy. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a decent movie.
I don't know. My view on it was, okay, we see this giant serpent causing havoc in the city. and then we cut to the heroes for the next scene, and then we cut back to the evil army or whatever, and now the serpent is under a mountain. Like,
Right.
wait. Where did we? How we went from the city? Now you're in the middle of nowhere under the mountain. You're in the mountain.
Right.
In the mountain.
Yeah.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
no, it did have some weird jumps. I will admit that. It definitely had
And
some
the
weird
city
jumps.
was bizarrely calm the entire time. like this giant reports of giant snakes
Yeah.
are coming in, and people are just chilling out in the cafe having lunch. I'm like, what is wrong with you people?
What? What's that?
Like, business as usual. I don't know. It had some odd scene shifts.
Yeah, no, it definitely did.
Like, it's, I mean, as bad as the American Godzilla film was with Matthew Broderick, when the shit hit the fan and Godzilla showed up, like, people were like, holy shit, there's a giant monster here somewhere. We need to leave.
I actually still thought that was good. I know people have their gripes about it, but I thought it was decent. I mean, I remember
seeing
it in theaters.
That particular movie, the Godzilla one, off topic for a minute, I put that in the category of you could have named it anything else and it'd have been a fine movie. Yeah. But because of the name you chose, you got that working against you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's so many of them that are like that. Like, that, what was it? Starship Troopers 2 could have been called anything else.
Yeah.
Could have
Same with RoboCop, too. The new RoboCop with
well, I mean, that he still looked like RoboCop.
No. Well, the one where he was in black armor, the Joel Kinnaman.
The reboot.
Yeah,
he still looked like RoboCop. That looks like RoboCop. I'm sorry. No, what I mean, like that. Another one, the very first released Final Fantasy movie could have been named anything else except Final Fantasy, and it'd have been a better movie for audiences because it had nothing to do with anything from the game except a few names of things. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, it's people overthink it. I think they just they get carried away with the idea of something being great, and it's not that great in the end.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, I know a lot of people had that issue with The Last of Us and the Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball Z movie, the live action one, that should have never been made. Oh, woof. Please don't make us watch that one.
Coming next week.
Guess who's not going to be here next week?
I think I've seen it, but I think I fell asleep in it through it.
Oh, God, it's so terrible.
But
such a bad movie. Not because of the name of what it's supposed to be. It's just a bad movie. But see, that's the thing, people that fall in love with the original version of something are instantly going to resist the new thing that they try to do to these familiar characters and the story.
Yeah.
Even with what came out just like yesterday or something, Avatar: The Last Airbender. They made a live action version to go on Netflix for that, and people are saying it moves way too fast. Things that are crucial to the story are being left out. Locations, characters, where they meet other characters are changed, and that's a trend that I've noticed with these shows that are based off of cartoons, anime, or what have you. They did it with One Piece. That one moved way fast. One Piece, as you know, is, or maybe you don't, an extremely long anime show. They are
1,000 some episodes or something.
like 1092 or something like
Yeah.
that. If you watch sub, if you watch dub, it's 1061, and I know that because I watched the dub. But yeah, that first season of One Piece moved way fast. I'm going, okay, you're hitting key things, but you're leaving out a lot.
Yeah.
But that's just the way it is. I imagine the Yu Yu Hakusho is the same way. There's things that are changed because it's made for live action TV, and the people that watch the cartoon are instantly going to have a problem with it, and people that know nothing about the cartoons that watch this for the first time are going to go, "Hey, that was actually pretty good. I like that. I'm a fan of that." Oh,
Well,
it's
I know
based off a cartoon. Let me go watch that.
I know the folks in my house are excited to see it, so we're anxiously
Oh yeah,
waiting for our children to watch that. So
yeah, we'll probably be watching it too. I'm
yeah.
sure we'll have a family movie night again start up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, with stuff like that, now that we've gone off on another tangent here, ADHD
Yeah.
theater.
Yeah, exactly.
Dragon Wars. You
Overall,
liked
I liked it.
I like making fun of it.
Yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. So I think that's fine, and it's fine that you didn't like it. It's all good. But
well, I didn't say I didn't like all of it. There's
yeah.
some neat things in there. The whole voiceover for the evil guy could have been done a little bit better, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it was on purpose that his mouth wasn't supposed to match the vocals that you hear, as kind of like a nod to the old dubbed like kung fu movies or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I got to chuckle a couple of times out of that.
Yeah, it was one of those things that's like, wait, huh? That did not look like what you just said.
Right. I can just imagine that poor guy during filming standing there trying to take it serious and scream these lines out, only to be completely dubbed over. Just put the mask back on.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird with the like those weird like Dino Rider dudes.
Yeah.
That are like shooting rockets, and you're like, wait, okay, so this has to be in the future, not in the past. But no, it's in the past. It's like, wait, huh?
Yeah,
okay, sure.
well,
they had
gunpowder back then,
Yeah, well,
so 500 years in the past, they
had
when,
some sort of weird.
Well, I mean, when the evil forces showed up to the the palace or whatever it was, where they were going to storm the palace, the guards there, they had rifles. They had black powder. They were hurling explosives or whatever. The part that I found comical was as the riflemen were shooting out at the evil invaders, you had guys standing right next to them with tridents doing this. As they were firing the guns, they're like, "What are you doing? You're stabbing the air. What are you doing?" I'm going, "Yep, they showed it again." Okay.
Well, okay, so we're practically at an hour already. So let's just do Deadpool. Okay. I did watch Deadpool 2.
I did not. See?
Yeah, I actually did.
They're two completely different movies. I'm going, I'm just going to watch one.
Yeah. Well, I only watched the second because we had nothing else better to do, and just we're like, oh yeah, hey, let's watch this. And so yeah, okay, so after seeing the graphic violence in both of those movies, I am now deeply concerned for Deadpool 3 at how deep do those Marvel fingers go that they have, basically stunted what is a potentially fantastic movie. I'm not saying it's not going to be fantastic. It could be fantastic, but
it will probably be comparable to his baby hand in the first movie.
Right.
I would say. So
yeah.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's probably going to be a little more tongue-in-cheek humor.
And
less of the stabby, slice in half, maiming aspect.
Yeah, ripping in half. Deadpool just gets ripped in half by the Juggernaut.
The one guy in the beginning just gets pancaked on the roadside.
Yeah. That was insane.
He was like that when I got here.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm kind of. I've been dialed back in my excitement and anticipation for it.
In the comics, Deadpool is not always bloody, gory, hyper rated R version. There's slapstick type of humor in his comic books or whatever. So they could still do it and keep it as in character.
Yeah.
Definitely less pegging.
Well, he did say, he's just like, pegging is something new to Marvel. Not to me, but new to Marvel.
Probably will not be in the movie itself. That will be omitted. Trust me.
Probably.
That's definitely not going to be in the movie itself. That's going to be one of those things where you remember it from the trailer.
Yeah.
And you're going, hey, that wasn't in the movie when it's over.
Yeah. Which I'll be sad about. I mean, they need to at least have.
And I'm not talking like Mandela effect type of thing here, where you go and see it in the theater, and then your buddy, whenever it's on streaming, and you're talking about it, and you're going, yeah, that wasn't in the movie, and you're going, yeah, that was in the movie. I went to the theater and saw it. That was in the movie, and your buddy's going, no, that was not in the movie. Like, there's like even. I remember something in a movie, and you go and you watch this movie, and it's not in there now. And I swear to you, I remember this, and it was Independence Day with Will Smith, with the the alien invasion movie.
Yeah.
The scene where they're in the fighter jets, and they are, I guess it's supposed to be the Grand Canyon because they're down in the canyon flying around.
Yeah.
When you watch it today, and he's going about dodging being shot at by the alien spacecrafts that are chasing him or whatever, and there is another jet in there with him, and it doesn't make it. There's a scene where he planes off one direction or whatever to avoid running into the canyon, and there's just this random explosion in the theater. That was one of the spacecraft, the alien spacecraft, blowing up, hitting the side of the canyon. It doesn't happen. When you watch the movie, that doesn't happen. It's just like a random explosion. That was it. I don't know why that got taken out. And people swear, like, I don't remember that. Like, I remember that. Trust me, I remember that.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things,
Yeah, I don't know.
Berenstein Bears.
Yep. Mandela's effect. I saw someone, I think I sent this to you.
Yeah, you did.
He's just like, yeah, that's because here's the reason why. And it's just like, that actually does make sense.
Yeah, the super collider and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm not getting into all of that. We're going to lose our.
Yeah, I know. I've already. Yeah, I've already reached the cap of my whatever today. I can't even think right.
But yeah, especially going back to Deadpool now, especially with the second film, the level of homoeroticness of Deadpool towards Colossus. That's definitely not going to be in the new movie.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
not with
and
Wolverine, and not with another Deadpool. Not, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you.
see, I actually watched it on Disney Plus, and I noticed that one of the songs wasn't in the movie.
Oh, they absolutely edit stuff to be put on
And it's just
Disney
like,
Plus.
well, that's no fun.
Which one was it?
Oh, it's the one where he's talking about, oh, I'm the Juggernaut bitch or something.
Oh,
because I just sat there laughing. I was waiting for him to say it the entire movie, and then he didn't say it. And then in the credits, it's just like, oh, now he's just like, oh, I'm the Juggernaut, and he's just like, yeah, that's the one. It's just it was just a kick from the movie because I used to love that with
oh, there are many things that
yeah.
that Disney goes and changes, and
Yeah.
and they'll change it from theatrical release to home release, whether it's on VHS, DVD, or streaming. Like with Lilo and Stitch, for example, I
Yeah.
remember this one. It's fresh on my mind
Yeah.
where Lilo is hiding from her sister, and she's in a washing machine. They changed it.
They
They
did.
changed it to just a box. It's a box, like a wooden crate or something now, with a front-facing lid or something like that. And
Yep.
then the scene now where it's the spaceship flying through the mountains or whatever, theatrical release, it was actually a jet plane, a passenger jet plane flying through the city.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so they changed that for
Yep.
obvious reasons because people, with 9/11 and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it goes deeper. It goes deeper, and Disney will reuse stuff like between. Let's see. There, I saw a side by side of Mowgli from the Jungle Book
Yep.
and Christopher Robin in panel for panel, same
Yep.
animation of them doing the same motions going through. Mowgli's going through the jungle and Christopher Robin's going through the 100-acre woods.
Yeah.
So they're known for that kind of stuff. It's
Absolutely.
no secret. They will change things. But even in something more recent like Book of Boba Fett, its first showing, when they're walking through that little town or whatever, somebody spotted, like on top of one of the buildings, there's part of the crew, the film crew there, that they forgot to edit out. And once that hit the internet, they're like, oh my God, we got to go change that. So
Yeah.
they pulled it down. They, put some kind of skin over it or whatever. So it's just a roof now. And they put it back out there. And now you can't find it, unless
Right.
you do an internet search or whatever. So
Yeah.
they absolutely have the capability of going back in. And even something, if you watch it one day and go back and watch it again the next day, it could be changed.
Yep. That's the problem with streaming services. They can easily do that type of thing. Now, too bad if they could just do that to the movies that sucked and actually make them decent for home release.
Never gonna happen. No, they're gonna take the good stuff out.
Yeah.
No, Deadpool is like one of those 7-layer burritos.
Yeah, chimichangas.
Or no, more. I think more accurately, 7-layer bean dip. Like, it's full of great layers. Each one of them great by themselves, but combined, it just makes this absolutely delicious dish. And somebody's leaving with a bad case of gas. It's just it's one of those type of things. There's so much in this movie that if you're not very familiar with the character and the comic books and everything that Deadpool is in, you will miss so much. As rewatching that first movie, again, I'm listening more than I'm watching, but I did watch quite a bit of it. Listening to it, I'm going, oh my God, that's from this time in the timeline of the comic books. And that's from this story and that story. And, and oh my God, I can't believe they put that in there. it's so deep and so rich of just hidden Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I'm sure the majority of people that watch this movie miss it unless they're a freak like me and know too
Yeah.
much about Deadpool.
I mean, even just the intro, like the credit scenes and stuff alone, it's just like, okay, that intro was obviously done to mimic 007's corny, out of proportion, whatever startups. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm nervous, but I'm hopeful that it'll still be decent
Ooh,
because I mean,
hey, I've got a ghost in here with me.
yeah.
What's going on? What is that? There we go. Okay, I got rid of it. It must have been a piece of dust. I'm sorry. I thought I had a friend with me. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so hopeful that it'll still be decent because I mean Hugh Jackman is amazing as Wolverine, so anyway, that is all that I have to say about it. Do you have any last words?
Well, what you have any ideas for next week? No thought whatsoever. There was something that a coworker suggested to me, and okay, I got it. Had to pull it out of the memory bank here. 10,000 years BC, I think it is.
Okay. Yeah, I remember
Not
that.
not the one, not the because I always get these two mixed up. Not the one with oh god, I'm blanking on her name. She was in Grumpier Old Men, the second movie. Help me out here.
I wish I could. I can't.
It was a big hit because of the whole fur bikini thing. Oh god, I can't remember her name. That's not the movie I'm suggesting. It's an earlier. I mean, not earlier. It's a later movie.
Oh, Caveman?
No, not Caveman. No.
Because we watched that one already.
Right. No, I'm not suggesting that. See, I'm getting you confused. I'm confused. I'm sure the audience is confused or screaming at me by now.
10,000 BC.
Right, but she's not in that movie. She's in the older movie, and this is going to drive me crazy. So forgive me. I'm going to look it up.
Well, what was the one that you had recently suggested? That you said, oh yeah, homework for upcoming stream or something.
What, Outlander?
Well, yeah, we could always do Outlander or Highlander.
Movies with just Lander in the title. Outlander, Highlander, Zoolander. And I'm drawing a blank on anything else after that.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. Let's see.
Oh, I could look at this. Okay, so I have.
Let's see. Okay. 1,000,000 years BC is the one I'm saying not to watch. That's because I always get these backwards in my head because they're numbers. That one has God, what is? Give me a cast list already so I can redeem myself. 1,000,000 years BC cast. Raquel Welch. Jesus, I'd have never thought of that on my own. Yeah, that's not the one that I'm suggesting. It's
I would not have thought of that either.
Oh, she was a big deal in her day. I mean, look her up after the show. So, what is it? 10,000 years BC. No. Yeah. 10,000 years BC.
Camilla Bell in it?
Movie. Why is this not pulling up? I don't get it.
Is that the one with that cover?
I think so.
Camilla Bell?
In the prehistoric past, wow, I am not going to be able to say that name. It's a
Delay.
DLH, is a mammoth hunter who bonds with the beautiful Evelyn. When warriors on horseback capture Evelyn and the tribesmen, how'd you say it? Delay? Must embark on an odyssey to save his true love. So there's mammoths, there's pyramids, there's saber-toothed cats.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I've seen it.
So there's that one suggested by a coworker of mine. And let's see. Do you want to do Outlander?
Yeah, we could do Outlander.
Probably be
wait. Highlander. Highlander, right?
No, Outlander.
Oh, that one. Yes.
Outlander.
Yes.
Yeah.
Outlander.
I'm gonna keep with the dragon theme here.
Okay. Yeah.
It's dragon-ish.
Fetch me my blade, woman.
That's what he says he's hunting anyway. He's dragons.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
10,000 BC and Outlander.
Outlander, yes. We can do Highlander if you want another time.
Not the TV show Outlander, the movie Outlander. That's what I was.
There's a TV show called Outlander?
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the movie, though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Those are based on books.
Huh?
Those ones are based on books and all that. So this is a.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Never watched it.
It's really good for the most part if you're into certain things, but.
Yeah, never sat down to watch it. But
it's entertaining at least.
It took me a minute to even realize what that was.
Yeah.
I am.
Outlander has Jim Caviezel in it.
Oh, tonight. So the movie
Jim Caviezel in it and Ron Perlman. Those are probably the two that I can readily think of that are in that movie. And Ron Perlman only has like one line in it.
No, he says more than that. He says more than "Fetch me my axe, woman," because he's like the leader of one of the tribesmen or whatever. So he has a few lines,
grunts, but yeah,
you can count them. This will be on the test.
All right, so those movies. See you back next week. Next Friday.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
Indeed. And with that, I will try to send us off if I can figure out how to do it. I can never remember how to do this.
Better you than me.